Well, that was a trauma. So, I'm going live today and for the next couple of weeks between now and Christmas with my introducing series. So, as well as doing my normal dark lives, I'm going to be introducing people who are in my world for whatever reason. And one of those people is the incredible Louise. Now, we just tried to do this before and we couldn't get it to work, so hopefully she'll jump on. And she's got an ear things ready to go because we couldn't get the noise to work. There we go. Right, here she is. Let me see if I can add her. This is technology. So, yes, introducing the amazing and incredible Louise. And we're just going to have a little chat, really, for the next 10 minutes or so. Here she is, hooray! Talk to me.
Hello?
Hi! I can hear you, you can hear me, and everyone can't hear me twice. Ace. Fabulous.
Right, is it not echoing now?
No, it's not echoing now, that's miles better, thank you. So, for those of you who don't know Tara, like, where have you been your whole life? So, Tara, in terms of team HPO, if you like, Helen Pritchard Online, is our copy and content writer. A lot of the content that you'll see is written by the wonderful Tara, and I'm not ashamed to say that. What happens is, how our process works is that I do the lives, she's in my team, she knows all the things that are going on, and she'll use that to kind of build out some of the more structured content that you'll see. The other stuff that you see that looks like it's just been made up as someone's going along is me. So the stuff that looks like someone's just had an idea, decided to post it, going on a rant, wanted to post something about something, is all me, 100% me. But some of the more structured stuff that you might see, hey Jamie, and particularly the emails that you see, hi Lindsay, and some of the copy that you'll see knocking about is all the wonderful Tara. Now, Tara's magical power is getting inside not just my head, but all of other clients as well, but getting inside my head and talking as if she's me, but better. That's her magic power. So I think she probably works with a lot of other entrepreneurial people who are a bit scattered, but I've got big mission, big purpose, big values, big content in terms of like pillars of this is what I talk about, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm about, this is what I want to happen for my customers, my audience. And then Tara just magically creates this kind of wonderful content that I just would never have the time, the skill, or the inclination to actually put it together. And that's the honest truth. So I'm not a details person at all. I'm not a form filler, as somebody will attest to that I had a call with yesterday. She was like, can you just fill this form in? I was like, no, I don't fill forms in. So it'll really help with our calls. Like, no, sorry. And I was kind of like, I can't, that's just not me at all. So, which is fantastic. But what it means, so I've worked with Tara for at least the last year, if not more. And we've had, as a team, we've had an incredible year. We've smashed all of our targets by, God knows, I don't know what. Like, hey, it's Kylie. You'll be on next, Kylie, don't worry.
Kylie will love that.
As a team, we have completely smashed all our targets. And what having Tara on board, what that's meant for me, as the entrepreneur, let's just go with that word, it's meant I can focus on the stuff that I am really good at and that I really enjoy and that only I can do. So only I can do lives. No, Tara can't do my lives for me and pretend to be me. It doesn't work like that. But she can take all the stuff that's in my head, download it, and create this calendar of content that means that I can then relax. I can then stop worrying about, have I done posts on this platform, that platform, is it all the themes running? Have we got the right build up? So launch. So Tara's really good at, this is our 5th launch now. So we have a specific launch program that we follow, sort of, which I obviously mess up by not looking at the spreadsheet, not doing any of the things I'm supposed to do on any of the days I'm supposed to do them. However, we still manage to be successful because everybody else follows the plan, and then they just kind of manage me, almost like herding a cat, over a zebra crossing. It's kind of, that's what they do, and they just let me do my thing, which is kind of, it's like a manna from heaven for me. Like, I can't really say how grateful I am to Tara and Kylie and Adam and Kaylee, who are all on my team at the moment, and other people who've been in that team in the past, like, to let to let me just do what I want to do and that I enjoy and I'm good at is like, that's the holy grail, right? But we definitely would not be as successful as a business if I didn't have these guys, and Tara is a massive integral part of that. So one of the things I wanted to bring Tara on to talk about was content generally. So you can talk about me all day, but the point is that, and I obviously would talk about me all day given half a chance, but the point is that I'm not Tara's only client. She's got lots of other clients, so she has this magical ability to change the way that she speaks, the tone that she writes, and all the rest of it, and what's going on in someone else's head, and put it out there. And I know that one of the big problems that my clients have is content. So yeah, like I'm obviously like balls deep in LinkedIn, but LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, any long form content gets people like all stressed out, including me, thinking, oh, what I'm going to write stories about, what I'm going to do this about. And we know storytelling is a really big part of business now. But I don't know what I am. Do you know why, Leanne? I can't bother filling in the questionnaire. I do it now and again, and then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know what letters they are. But the thing is that storytelling is a huge part of business. We know this. I'll tell people all the time. God, I was going to say something really wanky then. I'm not going to say that. But most people who've got an audience who are telling people, do this, do that, do that, big part of that is content, is what I was going to say. And when I say content, people go, oh, no, not more content. So one of the things that we have in the mastermind is we take 2 weeks to do content because it's a big, meaty piece of the work, obviously. And Tara that's where her star shines, really, because that's her specialty and that's what she's really good at. And we have things from Tara in there. So we have the content calendar, which is our most sort of popular thing inside the mastermind, because it gives people a really clear structure. I don't like structure, clearly, but lots of other people do. So it helps people to have a real good plan of what they need to be doing each day, but also that creative inspiration of what they need to write about each day, if that makes sense. So I thought is that I could get Tara to talk a little bit about the content calendar that we have in the mastermind and the content idea plan thing that you talk about. Go.
So, right, well, the content plan in the mastermind basically gives you the outline of a post for every single day throughout the month. And it covers the different aspects of the journey that an ideal client needs to take. So what people forget is that you've got to get their attention in the first place and get them engaged with your content. You've then got to build that relationship, and that's a two-way thing. So they've got to get to know you to realize that you're the right person to help them, and you've got to show that you understand them and you can help them. So it's a two-way process before you can get to the sales. So that content plan makes sure those different bases are covered, because different kinds of posts obviously have different effects. And what happens with your launches and those spreadsheets that you don't look at, Helen, is that it's very carefully planned. So at the moment, you're between the early bird and the normal launch. So it's about getting the new audience in. It's about getting people engaged. It's about building that know, like, trust factor. And there's an element of selling as well. But that's a smaller amount. And then as we come to the actual opening of the doors in January, and like when we came up to the early bird, it will tip to being more about showing that you're the person that can help them and that you've got the solutions, and then selling to them. So going through their objections, the problems that they've got that the mastermind solves, for example. So the content will be much heavily on that. So whilst you like to go off and do your thing, there is a structure that's happening to the content all year round to make that happen. So that content, that monthly content plan, is one that takes people, does all four, because if you're not somebody who's going out there and launching something on a specific date, you need to be covering all four pretty much all the time, because new people are coming into your audience all the time who won't know you. And I know a lot of people worry. So it's getting their attention in the first place. Yeah. So grabbing their attention and getting them engaged in your content, wanting to follow you and read your posts. So there's grabbing their attention, getting them engaged, There's then the relationship, which is a two-way thing. So they've got to get to know you, and you've got to show that you know them and understand them and their problems and pain points and all of that good stuff. And then it comes to the selling. So you've got to take them on that journey. And what lots of people do when they panic about content is they just start thinking, what can I put out today? I've got to put out something today, or I could talk about this. And there's no plan or rhyme or reason behind it. And quite often they're missing one of those aspects. And they lose people along the way. So to get people from first seeing you to buying from you, you've got to take them along that journey, and your content is what does it, essentially.
Absolutely does. And it's a rhythm to it, isn't it? And so there's a rhythm throughout the week, and then there's a rhythm throughout the month, and there's a rhythm throughout the launch cycle. So we do 3 launches a year. So we were always we're either in a what I call like audience build phase. So getting people, like you say, to know me, be interested in me, new people. Because the thing is,
get them on the list.
Get them onto our list. So we've got a lot of freebies, adding value. I do a lot of guest experting. So more new people get to know me. Because what happens is each launch almost like squeezes or like rinses your audience out. So you build your audience up, and then so many people fall into the funnel or whatever you want to call it, and actually jump into the mastermind, and that obviously reduces the amount of people there. So we need to kind of keep filling that up with new people, and all of our stuff pretty much over the last 18 months has been organic. We've done a little bit of Facebook ads, but not a lot. It's all been done through guest experting and me showing up, and my content and my team obviously around me. So when we're in ramping up to audience build, it's all about getting new people into my world who don't know anything about me and don't know who I am. And we do that through Facebook, through LinkedIn. We're moving harder into Instagram now. We're still dabbling around with Twitter still. We are going to bring in paid advertising. We're going to bring in affiliate marketing. But all of this still needs pulling together in the content, because although we're funneling in from lots of different places, from LinkedIn or whatever, Facebook, it's that core content that's so crucial, isn't it, for people to just get to know you, feel comfortable with you, and then when you ramp it up into launch, you don't disappear. That's what's really important, isn't it, that you don't disappear and then just come back when you've got something to sell.
Yeah, it's the consistency, isn't it, and continuing. It's a cycle that you've got to continue constantly, particularly if you're like you with the launches. It's a continual cycle. Some people, depending on the model of their business, it might be that's a cycle that's constantly going on every week or every month, because they don't have particular launches. But it's that, with paid advertising and all of that, the content you put in front of somebody has got to interest them and grab them as well. And a lot of people I know get really, really scared, don't they, about talking to a particular person. And it's just as important to get rid of those people who are not your people and not the right people. You don't want them in your audience. It's not a numbers game. People will talk about, oh, my audience or my list of this number of people. That's not what's important. It's about having the right people there and not bringing in everybody, trying to suit everybody, because you'll end up selling nothing in the long run. So it's about the right people. Yeah,
and it's also, there's a difference between content writing for social and content writing for emails as you're getting closer to when there's probably similar, but it switches from delivering value and engagement into selling, and it's almost like it's quite subtle. The stuff you'll see when I'm selling is not subtle at all. It's like hit you over the head, buy my stuff, which is fine. But Tara writes things in she switches much more gracefully from value add audience build into ramping up towards the sale of the mastermind. So I think that the two probably work quite well. But there is a difference. And again, then Facebook ads copy is different again. You just got less time, haven't you, to engage people. So
well, the all-out kind of sales stuff is fine if you've got that audience, the right people already, and you've built that relationship with them. Then it doesn't matter. But it's the content beforehand that's got to be speaking to them, and making sure that they know that you can help them, that you're the right person for them, that you've got the solution to the problems, that and making it easy for them, getting rid of any objections that they have. So
and that's it. And I talk about this quite a lot. If people need to jump on a call and talk to you for an hour, as you're overcoming objections, then your marketing's not right. By the time people get to you, like, they should be. I only ever do 15-minute calls, so that it should be 50 minutes should be enough for those last few questions, and then for them to make a decision. If they're coming to you with multiple objections, then something's not right. Either they're not your ideal client, or they just don't see the value, or the marketing hasn't answered those objections as you've gone. I think what's also important for people who are watching is to realise that I don't outsource everything to Tara. We work absolutely as a team. Like, I do a lot of my own stuff, and I think having worked for clients before, when we used to do outsource social media, they'd kind of go, right, you do that, we don't have anything to do with it. And it doesn't work like that, because you've got to be part of it, and you've got to be Tara's probably thinking, yes, I know how that feels. But yeah, it used to be awful, because you'd be like, well, you need to give us something to work with, and because then you just have that disconnect between the person that you're working with and the stuff that's going out. So I think the way that we do it, in that I am always showing up, I am always live. Like, it's never, and Tara and I have very little actual direct comms, do we? Like, we don't need to, because I'm putting out so much live content that Tara can watch it and create content probably for eons off the back of it. But it's important that that nobody watching this thinks, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll hire Tara and I'll throw money at it, and I never have to think about it again. It is definitely a team thing.
Yeah, no, I've had clients who give me barely anything. So I'll do an interview in the first place to get the basic information, and then months are going on and I might get a sentence from them, and that's it. And that's never going to be effective. What works so well with you is, I know your business really, really well, and I know your ideal client really well, and you're putting all the content out. We have our group chat as well, so we all know what's going on, and talking about what things are going to happen in the future, and all of that, it kind of comes together and can go into the content. Lots of people, like you say, like to completely disconnect from it, and that doesn't work, because yes, I'm writing for you, but it's your content, it's you and your business, and you've got to be at the heart of that. And yes, I'm really good at getting inside people's heads and understanding all that, but if you're part of the team, it makes it a lot easier, rather than somebody you've never met, you probably had one call with, and you get a sentence in an email now and again. That doesn't work so well.
No, I mean, not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, like, it's better. I think the reason why we've had such great success, I think this year has been amazing for loads of reasons, but the particular ones is that the four of us are tight, really tight. Like, we're close, like too close maybe, like on our group chats, too much oversharing. But like, we're tight as a team. We know each other. We've all met in real life. Whether that makes a massive difference or not, but I think it might do. We all like give a shit about each other, like we care about each other's businesses, and it's kind of like, you all go over and beyond. I don't know many other people whose team are up at quarter to midnight on lunch, like watching the numbers come in. It's like Eurovision 3 times a year. Kylie's always like, I'm really tired, I need to go to sleep. We're all having a drink, like, well, I'm normally having a drink. But there's that kind of vibe as well, and I think all of that combined, plus me taking responsibility for showing up, being really clear who my ideal client is, what I'm delivering. It's a simple kind of business model, as in we're selling the same thing over and over again. It's just to different people. So I suppose that must help. I mean, I am going off on little tangents here and there, but I think you're all kind of used to seeing which ones are going to fly and which ones are going to die. So they're kind of like, we'll just ignore her on that one and we'll focus on these new ones. But we've got much more strategic plan for next year. I feel anyway, I'm in a much better place. But I think the content's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for that, Tara, for the whole of the year. It's been impeccable. Like I always say, Tara's writing is flawless, and that's what I always think. I wish I could write that well. Like, it's really, really, really top quality writing, because you're an actual English teacher by trade.
So I did my degree in literature. First class, no less, and then trained, of course, and then trained as an English teacher. So I taught 11 to 18-year-olds. If you can teach a room full of kids, you can teach anything.
So that's exactly it. So that's like some real, like, first class honours degree in English literature and been an English teacher. So this is like not somebody who's just done a course on being a copywriter and thinks, oh, that's it, I'm going to go and be a top end copywriter. And also the evidence is in our work. It's absolutely fantastic. So on that note, Tara, what were we talking about before this call? You said you had nothing to sell that wasn't just your services, if that made sense, because we obviously talk about scaling quite a lot. And I said, have you not got a product that you could just sell? And she was going, no,
No, I
What about the
forgot.
content calendar and the LinkedIn Mastermind, which has never been out of the LinkedIn Mastermind? It's ring fenced in there. It was a piece of work that I commissioned Tara to do, which she did, and it's been the most popular thing in the Mastermind in terms of like the content resources that we give. So Tara, talk to us about the content calendar and how we can buy it directly from you without having to be in the Mastermind.
So content calendar is available for £49. It gives you an outline of a post to do each month, and all you have to do is literally drop me a message, and we can sort it out from there. So
That's it.
Yeah,
so
I forgot about my content plans.
Yes. So if you've not got a content plan and you'd like one, speak to Tara or me. And Tara will get it sent to you for a ridiculous price of £49. What else have you got on offer at the moment, Tara?
So you can have a call with me for £99 where I go through and help you plan your content for the year. So there's no more faffing around.
Content.
Yeah, there's no more sitting around going, oh, I don't know what to post today, or what shall I do, and then getting distracted, and then like an hour later realizing you've still not written your post. None of that. You just have a content plan and you can just get on with it.
Exactly. So for £99, another ridiculous price, you get some one-to-one time with Tara. So you get to tell her about your business, about your problems and what's going on. She's going to brainstorm with you live and record it, which is cool. So you get to keep that forever. You don't need to write loads of notes. And then she's going to give you a month's worth of things to talk about on social media. Ridiculous pricing, but I'm going to let her off. So we're going to go with that. So if you want one of those, let Tara know directly. And then what about the people who want to go all in with you, Tara, and they want to bring you into their world like you are in mine? Don't all rush her though, because she's don't want to lose her.
So are you on about the mentorship, or are you on about the writing stuff?
Tell us about both. So people who are like, I want what Helen's got. So what's the kind of what kind of offers do you have in terms of when people want to work with you direct, so you become in the team rather than just helping them get to know about it?
So if they want to work directly with me and to me be writing for them, prices start at £350 a month and go up, and I produce the posts for you, normally in a Google Doc or however you like them, so you can just copy and paste to your heart's content. And then the other option I have is the writing mentorship package. So if you want to write your own content and you want to hold on to that control, but you're not really sure what you're doing or how to go about it, or how to make it engaging or any of that, then I can work with you in this series over 8 weeks to teach you what I know, and so your content can be flawless too.
How much is the mentorship program?
That is $797 until the 23rd of December, and then it will be going up.
And when does that kick off? Next year?
Yeah,
cool.
For January,
Got it. So to recap, you want the content calendar, it's £50. Roll up. You want to buy that? It's an absolute bargain. Tried and tested in the LinkedIn Mastermind. People absolutely rave about it in there. If you want to have a bit of one-to-one FaceTime with Tara, it's £99. Also a no-brainer. You'll get stuff mapped out for 12 months. You have no excuses. Or if you want to work with her like I work with her, price start at $350, which again is a ridiculous bargain. Or you want to learn how to do it yourself and have her hold your hand, then we've got an 8-week course starting in the new year for $797, did you say?
Yeah.
Perfect value stack. However you want to work with the marvelous Tara, you can. It's good, isn't she? Right, I'm going to go. I've got to go because I've got to go and pick kids up because I've got one off sick and then it's so I've got to go. But thank you very much, Tara. Thanks for all your value you're adding. Thanks for being an amazing part of the team, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.